Toronto meeting of the Hellfire Club! My name is Sam Meggs. I'm a writer of video games, comics, and novels, like the upcoming Star Wars Jedi Battle Scars, which you can pre-order now. Please do. I am so excited for our panel this afternoon. Do we have some Stranger Things fans in the crowd? Do we have some Eddie Munson heads? Me too. Please help me welcome to the stage, Justin Quinn. You're a rock star.
Okay.
This is wild. I tried to do my very best Steve Harrington hair for this panel.
Oh, I appreciate it.
What do you think?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, right on. This is so amazing. I can't believe the reaction to your character. You must be so stoked on it.
I wasn't expecting it. It's crazy. It's very moving. Hello.
What was it like joining such an established show with like a tight-knit cast? Were you nervous about it?
Yes. Yeah, I was so nervous. It was a long time ago now. I remember finding it very daunting, and my agent, who I'm here with today, called me and told me that I got it, and I didn't believe him, and I still kind of don't. But it's an extraordinary thing to be a part of. People love it so much, and to be a part of something like that is once in a career kind of thing if you're extremely lucky, you know, and I feel very lucky.
Absolutely. Yeah. And the rest of the cast was really welcoming.
Most of them, yeah. No, they were all lovely, all of them.
Could you ever have imagined that 20 minutes of screen time would change your life so drastically?
Is it 20 minutes?
It's 20 minutes, isn't that wild?
Felt longer. Yeah. No, I can't believe that. It's kind of changed my life.
It really has. I mean, it felt like he was on screen for longer than that, right? Like, we all
It's longer than that to shoot it. 22 minutes. 42 minutes.
42 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
I gotta know what it was like meeting Metallica at Lollapalooza.
That was a weird afternoon. It was amazing. They kind of summoned me. And when Metallica called, you definitely answer. It was great. I went there and I was hanging out with them for a bit, and they kind of sprung it on me. They went, "So, you want to jam?" Yeah.
Sure.
But yeah, it was very surreal. One for the grandkids, that one. Yeah.
I mean, you were on the giant screen behind them as they played. What is that experience like?
It's all pretty surreal. I think that's the kind of general theme of what's happening at the moment.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very weird.
Oh my gosh, I bet. I'm wondering, given how surreal this whole thing has been, what has your experience been like with the fans?
I mean, I couldn't ask for, the fact that I have fans, or I'm kind of rapping. Yeah, it's amazing how much this means to you, and your devotion and dedication to this thing is extraordinary. I feel very lucky. I mean, before this job, you know, I've been working in this business for 7 years, and probably had about 3 people in my life.
One of which was your mom.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So you're still here. And yeah, now it's kind of happening a little more now, which is that Finn?
Oh, I think I see we have another guest.
Thank you.
This is a stacked panel. This is pretty amazing. I mean, I was just talking to Joseph about how this has been really life-changing for him. I mean, how was it, Finn, for you to have Grace and Joseph join the cast for the new season?
Oh, it was incredible. Yeah, I mean, I literally had one scene with Grace where I had to run up a hill. No pun intended. Shut up. Shut up. But I just was like, I was just running over and over again. I was just miserable, and it was like this one take where they had to come find Grace, and it cuts into Grace and Eddie's scene, and we got to hang out a little there. And then Joe and I obviously had those scenes, and it was like probably the most fun I had that whole season. It was just like doing those scenes. It was the most fun ever, and yeah, I mean, for me, when I was like, you know, whatever, 12 years old when I did the show, I didn't obviously know that it was going to be big. And then, but like, sometimes I'd talk to Joe, and it would be this thing where like, I'd just be like, constantly just be like, you are incredible, like, you are the best. And I would always say that, and then he'd be like, I really don't know, like, I'm nervous, I really don't know. And I was like, I think you'll be alright, dude. Trust me, I think you're gonna be fine. And everyone had to keep telling Joe the whole season, he was like, you're gonna be fine, it's gonna be great, man. Like,
very needy.
yeah, it's okay. Yeah, we had to be very sensitive. No, it was great. So, I think the rest, it was funny because like I feel like me and the cast and the Duffer Brothers, we all kind of expected this to happen to them, and so we were kind of just like, you know, the whole time, you know,
waiting for it.
Yeah, waiting for it to happen.
And oh boy, did it happen. I'll say. Grace, we talked about this a little the other day, but I wonder if you could tell us again your favorite version of Chrissy Wake Up.
Yes, there's
Sing it.
Will you sing it?
Yeah!
You just threw that back in my face.
That's not cool.
We're not singing it.
You can go online and hear it. It's everywhere.
It's all there.
There's a slow electric guitar version of it that's really nice.
Yeah,
I've heard every version.
There's a lot of them. Do you guys have a favorite version that you've heard?
Are there versions I've heard?
Oh yeah, there's like a zillion of them. There's an ABBA one? Yeah, we'll get one for you.
Oh, that's my
really
favorite
good.
one.
The Titanic one? You know what's funny? You know what's funny about this? That no one actually, because now everyone remembers the song. The scene is of Chrissy and her eyeballs being.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, just for a second, let's like remember the scene that happened, which was a murder. Murder took place in front of someone. Innocent woman.
Have you guys ever played D&D together in real life?
We did.
Yeah,
it's
me
my
and
first game.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was fun.
Yeah.
We did it for this like Netflix event, and it was super fun.
What were your like races, characters? Tell us about them, if you remember.
I just remember we were brainstorming names. It was like mostly just to make each other laugh. What was it?
Joe Carey!
Oh yeah, yours was Joe Carey. Because also it's funny because now it's like everyone, because your I guess name is Joe. People just call you Joseph, but everyone on set just calls Joseph Joe. And so it's really funny for me to hear people go like, Joseph Quinn. And I'm like,
Same.
yeah.
No, I was a cat man, some kind of cat man called Joe Carey in Dungeons and Dragons. What was your, do you remember your character name?
Chad
Handsome. And we were in competition for,
Yes.
for the love of a lady.
It was fun. It's basically just like doing. I could tell the dungeon master was kind of mad at me because every time, and I played D&D before, and I always make it about me. Like I always make it like an improv game, and it's not supposed to be that. It's supposed to be like telling a story, but every time I'm like, and then Chad Hanstein comes in and punches him in the face. And they're like, that's not part of the story, but you can keep going. So I can tell he was bummed at me.
Grace, if you were to make a character, what would it be?
I know nothing about Dungeons.
Oh, I feel like you'd be a cute elf. I feel like you could be a cute
I feel like I like elves.
Yeah, that would be cute, right? Yes. Roll with that. I think you do great. So, I one last question before we get to a game. All of you are rather musically inclined. If you guys had to do a cover together, you're an appreciator of tunes.
Okay, yes.
If you guys had to do a cover of any song together, what would it be?
We'd have to like talk about this amongst ourselves.
Some classic rock. Yeah.
Chrissy,
We probably just sing Chrissy Wake Up. And I'm glad I came up with that off the top of my head. I didn't hear it from someone in the audience. Probably that.
So we have a game for you guys. If you're down, I'm gonna give each one of you a card. This game is called 3-Second Summary. I am gonna give each one of you a card with a famous horror movie on it. And you have 3 seconds to try to describe that movie to the other two, who then have to guess it.
I'm gonna be so
I'm
bad.
running on fumes. Right?
That's gonna make it better. All right.
Are you allowed to say a line? Is that cheating? That's cheating, right?
I don't think so. I think you
We have
totally
3 words?
You have 3 seconds.
3 seconds.
If you see like
Right, okay. So we can't be more.
Totally. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
So you can say words, but you have to add it out. You can say words?
You can say words.
You can definitely say words. You should
You have to
have.
describe the movie to them in
Right.
under
I
basically
think
3
I have to do
seconds.
mine.
Okay. Yeah, me too.
All right. Who wants to start? All right.
You timing me?
Yes. Go.
Red Rum.
The Shining.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys were so nervous. Come
Well,
on.
I just wanted to start doing that instead of answering.
Yeah. Yes. Should I go next?
All right, Ben. Let's do it.
Don't feed him after midnight. Okay, this is not an audience participation. What was that?
Furby.
Yeah, Furby. Yeah, Furby. She got it.
That's kind of true, actually, in a
Yeah.
weird way.
It's
Furby
yeah,
is kind of the
Gremlins.
right answer. It was Gremlins. Yeah,
Gremlins,
totally.
Gremlins.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, this time, just the people on stage. No, it's your turn. I mean, you can have them participate on your turn.
I need you to buckle in. Okay. Family. House.
Adam's Family.
Burying animals.
Cemetery?
Yeah.
Pet cemetery. Okay,
Yes,
so-
you got it. He's got a pet cemetery. That was amazing. You guys did great. Give them another round of applause. Great stuff, guys. Great stuff. We have some pre-submitted audience questions from some of our wonderful fans here today. So thank you guys very much. And I'm gonna ask some of them. So Marie Jose Carrera wants to know which character on Stranger Things you would be most likely to be friends with in real life. Maybe we start with Grace. What do you think?
I feel like I'd be with not Vecna. With Chrissy. Dustin's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dustin and Eddie.
Yeah, I feel like you mentioned in your panel the other day you think that they would teach her how to play D&D, and I'm very into that. I can totally see it.
I love it.
I love it too. What do you think, Finch?
Yeah, I like, I don't know. I like Dustin and, honestly, I mean, same kind of answer. I feel like, because, I mean, there's a reason why all these people are friends with each other in the shows, because, like, they're not all normal people. Normies, as they call them. I don't know, yeah, I think that they would be incredibly fun to hang out with.
Yeah. We're in a crowd of not normies. So
That's what I'm saying.
That's the right audience, but yeah, totally.
That's why I would hang out with them, because they're not normies. No normie friends.
What do you think, Joe?
Jonathan.
Jonathan! Oh, interesting.
Oh yeah, maybe absolutely.
Why Jonathan?
I don't know, I just like him.
The vibes are good. I get that.
He's good music taste and
Yeah.
yeah, he'd be fun to hang out with.
Yeah, so true. I feel like they would bond over music. And Purple Palm Tree Delight probably as well, yes. Thank you very much. Jolo wants to know what one of your favorite TV shows was when you were younger. Since we have a lot of big TV show fans in the crowd.
I love The Simpsons when I was growing up.
Oh, yeah, nice. Great call.
Yeah, I think that's. I mean, I was gonna say the same. Yeah, Simpsons or Malcolm in the Middle was huge for me.
Oh, yeah.
Still, actually, I rewatched it recently.
The
That's
pandemic.
incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
yeah, it's incredible.
Just very well. Yeah.
I loved Doctor Who.
Who's your favorite doctor?
David Tennant.
Correct answer. Absolutely. Yeah, I feel like you're gonna get to meet him at like one of these cons at some point. I would look forward to that photo very much.
Nerd.
You would be a great like Doctor Who companion. What do you guys think? Sasha Havisham wants to know, is there a part of you that you see in your character? And what would that be? What's the most you part of your character?
Probably questionable dress sense.
Eddie has a great dress sense. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's definitely bold.
Sorry, we're talking about questionable dresses. I wear a shirt with a sideways pocket this season. I look insane. Yeah. Yeah, I would say, I don't know, I feel like when I'm with a group of people, I just always, maybe for better or for worse, I always just want to see the best in people, and so I'm always kind of, I like being in groups, I like being in a part of a team, I guess.
Yeah.
That's kind of and Mike Mike likes that, I think, and likes leading a team.
Yeah, I love that. What about you, Grace? What part of you is the most Chrissy?
Befriending weirdos.
I love that. Very good. And questionable dress sense. Perfect. This is a question from Astronomover, and it is, what improvements would you like to see in your character? But two of you are whole dead, so I imagine there's an easy answer to that.
For now. They're dead. I said they're dead.
All right, we know. We all want you both back very much. If you're not both playing D&D and Stranger Things Heaven together, that would be really wonderful. Yvonne Vanderpool wants to know, if you weren't famous, what would you be doing instead of acting?
Probably brain surgery.
Yeah.
I don't know, something impressive.
Worlds.
Yeah,
I don't know. What do you think?
Whatever the most commendable job is. Whatever is like saving the world the most. Like, I don't know, world peace haver, or, I don't know, horse surgeon, guy that, saves horses from young children.
horse surgeon is a great answer, so I think you got it. Yeah. What are you guys?
I'm taking college courses for forensic psychology.
So like a literal scientist. Great.
Well, horse surgeon is a scientist. I don't want to get into specifics. Brain surgery is also, I would say Joe and I are doing pretty well. Oh, wait, for an actual answer?
I mean, if you want.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like a psychologist or something.
Oh, yeah. Especially as like a people person, that makes total sense. Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Sticking with brain surgeon.
I'm not changing my answer.
Great. That makes a ton of sense. Our last audience question. Do you think, Jose Abad wants to know. I'm sorry, guys.
Sorry how horrible that job would be, the brain surgeon job would be.
It'd be tough. It would be very stressful. More people than Chrissy would die. Do you think any other character will surprise us with hidden powers next season? And if so, who would you like to see?
That would be cool. I mean, if they gave everyone superpowers in the last season, that would be so awesome. Just Dustin, like, carrying a fridge with his hand. Or rip someone's face off. No, I don't know. I mean, there's also, I mean, I would say, I truly don't. I mean, Will has a huge connection with the Upside Down, but I also don't know how far those powers go, so that would be cool to see. I mean, I just love that kind of stuff. It's really fun to even watch. It's great.
Yeah.
Superhero stuff.
It would be fun to see Hopper suddenly get powers too.
Yeah. To see the guy, to see Keith, the guy who owns the arcade and works at the movie store, or works at the Family Video.
Or Murray.
Or Murray. Murray
Murray already has superpowers.
Argyle having powers. Just like picking up the phone to call pizza in.
Getting off the couch.
Yeah. Just floating off the couch to the bong.
Using his powers for good. Harming no one. Alright, we're gonna play one more game with you guys. It's gonna be a rapid fire question game. So first thing that comes to your mind, we're calling it What's the Strangest? So I'm gonna ask you guys, what's the strangest blank you've ever done, or blank you've ever eaten, or so on and so forth. Alright, so what is the strangest place you've ever visited? Besides FanExpo Canada.
Like, it doesn't have to be like a city, it can just be like a place.
Anywhere.
Have you been to Latvia?
No?
Any Latvians in?
You can say whatever you want.
It's terrible. It's a joke. It's a joke.
7,000 articles.
I love Latvia. It's very flat though, so I nicknamed it ingeniously Flatvia. That's the strangest thing I've ever been because it is entirely flat.
Weird.
But not terrible. That's the joke.
No one right now.
What's the strangest place?
We just keep going Eastern Europe. Bulgaria. No, the strangest place I've ever visited. Man, I feel like, you know what actually is, this is for anyone who's been to Japan, which is like my favorite country in the world. There's a place that everyone wants you to go to called the Robot Restaurant.
I have been to the Robot Restaurant and it is weird.
Don't fucking go. Don't go to the Robot Restaurant because it's hell on earth. Let me describe to you what the Robot Restaurant is. You go to the Robot Restaurant, it is a sea of people, which is fine. It's in Shibuya, which is in like the middle of Tokyo, so there's like tons of people. And usually Japanese people are incredibly nice to you. And these are the first Japanese people I ever met in Japan who were like, get in! Like super mean and weird. And so we were there and we got tickets, and then basically you go in and there's like this staircase, you go all the way down, and which is the worst fire hazard in the world. There's one exit, by the way, and it's the stairwell is this thin, and it's just beaming red light. It's just because it's like a robot theme or whatever. There's just like tons of lights everywhere. And as you go further down the stairs, it gets hotter. Like you're entering the gates of hell. And there's beaming light hitting you in the face, and you're like, where am I? And then you sit down. And you're like, can I have water, please? And they're like, you don't get water, you get water at the break. And you're like, okay, I'm excited to see some robots. And then gigantic, just people in wigs start banging a drum as hard as they can in your ear. And then weird robots come out and they just kind of dance for a bit. And you're supposed to watch it and be like, oh, this is awesome. But at that point, I was like so overwhelmed that tears were running down. I was just like, I didn't know what to, I had no idea what to do. So I just was watching it and I looked around and I was like tears streaming down my face.
And it was also, like medieval times, it was also like a dinner experience. Like you can sit there while this happens and like eat.
By the way, well, no, they call it the
It's
robot restaurant.
really weird.
There's one, you can get takoyaki. It's frozen takoyaki, it's the only thing you can buy there. Anyways, don't go to the robot restaurant. That's the weirdest place I've ever been, I think.
I refuse to follow up.
Yeah, no, there's no time to
That was too much. That was too much.
Strangest audition you've ever had?
Audition?
Yes. Or audition experience. It's a toughie.
There's some, I feel like sometimes you can have like a casting director or a casting assistant that's kind of like, you know, rigid or whatever. And as an actor, you're just like trying to do the best you can, but like one little comment from them that's like maybe a little like just kind of like passive aggressive or whatever could just throw you off for the rest of the audition. I've had stuff where it's just like, oh, like slow down. And I've been like, just the rest of the audition is just screwed from there.
Totally worked.
I had a casting director tell me I was too ugly for the role.
And look at me now.
I was like, if it's true, tell me something else.
Yeah.
I'm mad.
At least lie, yeah. Fuck that person. Fuck that person.
Correct.
What's the weirdest?
Strangest audition experience you've had?
Well, it's always a bit weird, isn't it? So you've got to go in, it's a stupid way to make a living.
It's true. The whole thing is kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
You're going in and like...
But it's also great, you know. But it's very weird, very weird. I think I don't know, are you good at it?
I'm horrible. I hate them more than anything.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're fun when you get to like, I don't know, if it's a part you really want, you're like really trying, you know, to get it. And you get it. That's like an incredibly fun. Like you look back at the audition process and you go like, oh man, I really worked for that. But they're all pretty weird. I mean, it's like you go into a room and then you know you're just reading the stuff. You're reading the lines and you leave, and like everyone that just saw you is basically talking about if they're going to cast you or not, like immediately after.
It's so
pretty
pathetic.
weird. Yeah, you walk. It's pathetic. It's actually pretty pathetic.
You go and you go, watch this. And then you don't get the job.
99% of the jobs that we audition for, we do not get.
Good.
Which is true, probably.
Well, we're all
doing
glad-
great, guys.
We're all glad you guys got these roles.
Yes.
You were perfect for them, right? One last question for you guys before we wrap up here from Facebook. What is the craziest fan theory you've heard about what's going to happen in season 5? Cass, you guys know about Cass?
Yes.
That is my favorite season 5. Cats.
This was it was all cats.
It was cats the whole time. Yeah, it's you, and you wake up and it's you, Joe Quinn. You wake up in your bed and you go, oh, it's your girlfriend. And she goes, honey, what happened to you? I just had this weird dream about these kids in Indiana. And oh, there were cats. There was cats the whole time.
And I was in Toronto.
No, what's the theory?
The Cass theory is that like Eddie is gonna come back basically as a vampire because you got bitten by a demo bats, and you are going to slay Vecna as like a metalhead vampire.
Who told you? That is terrible.
If that happens, that would be amazing.
It would be amazing, right? It would be amazing.
So I come back as cats. There's loads of them.
The Duffer Brothers just like misheard it, and they're like, cats. Yeah, that's
Yes. I haven't heard much like theory. I mean, we kind of have our own theories of like what's gonna happen. I mean, I don't know. It's really hard because it's the last season, so you also want every character to kind of, yeah, I know it's insane. But you want every character to have their last kind of, I don't know, like hurrah or whatever. But also what's great about these guys is I really hope, the Duffers, they're problem. I mean, it's not even a problem. It's an amazing thing. Like actors really love them because like even if they kill off the character, like there's always a chance that they'll come back in a weird, you know, like Billy coming back in that flashback for this, and like we got to have Dacre back for a season, and like I'm going to try. I mean, they're going to somehow maybe put you guys in the flashback. I would hope. I would really hope.
We hope so too, right, everybody?
But I will be the one on. I mean, I know. Hopefully, I'll be on set for next season. They haven't called me technically yet, but if I'm there, I will be talking to the Duffers about how they need to bring back my friends.
Okay, yeah. Guys, this was so wonderful. Thank you so much for coming to Toronto. Thank you so much for playing these iconic characters. And everyone, please say a big thank you to Grace Van